That is simultaneously terrifying and disgusting.
Do not worry. My friend, my colleague, she knows the way of mushrooms. You guys just hear Lambert like chuckle quietly inside his helmet.
I see.
Holy shit, Lambert laughed.
Well, I suppose I should tell you. If you see big bird with spores coming off it, is not bird, is person. Just know that.
Good
Do you have
to know.
something? Do you have some way for us to communicate with them that we're not enemies or anything?
You say that. We are not enemies.
No, fair enough. How about that we know you?
You say that. We know. You know me.
Oh, fair enough.
We just say name, yes?
Yeah, sometimes
Yes.
things are simple.
I am Henrik. She is Theodora.
Do you belong to a specific circle?
No,
Yeah.
not anymore. Theodora, she is more. He gestures at you as, like you, from south. She never have circle. Me, my circle, gone, scattered.
So,
I suppose we are still circle, but I have not spoken with them in many years.
far apart but still united by heart, purpose.
Yes, united in purpose.
Purpose.
Well, he just looks around like, well, shit. I thought tonight would be battle, but now it's just empty town. I suppose I should take down Totem, so not keep attracting undead. That would be bad. Very bad.
Yes,
Correct.
actually.
Yes. We do make camp here tonight if you wish to join. I look at the rest of the guys like, you okay with this?
Sign out immediately.
Yeah.
You were. He does like a. It's like a shitty. It's not a mockery. He just doesn't. It's quite clear he just doesn't know what it's supposed to look like. But he sort of tries to do like a provincial like hand to like torso bow with like a hand flared out. It looks really stunted and stilted. But he doesn't. Habetitas. Thank you.
Is that sorry?
Habetitas. Habetitas is a Neverus phrase. It means welcome home. It means a welcome home. It is both a greeting or a invitation as well as a noun. This is my habetitas. This is my home. It's not just a home. It's not just a place you stay. It's a place where you're welcome. If I want to really do like a Cheers reference, it's a place where everyone knows your name. And then I shoot myself. That's besides the point.
Okay. Would it be appropriate to
That would be
do
a
it back then?
episode of Cheers.
Just remove the laugh track from any sitcom and it gets a lot weirder.
Oh,
we're asking
yeah.
Christy?
Would it be appropriate to like repeat it back, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Habetitas.
I bet it does too. I appreciate such.
Crash, when he says that it is his totem, do I believe him?
Roll insight.
Where's my...
Hey, Bagsy Tagsies.
That's a good roll.
You examine him. It's not just a matter of... Insight is more than just discerning words and their intent, the veiled intents behind them. It's also just taking in the person, their body language as a whole. You see his calloused hands. You see Whittler's tools poking out from a pouch behind him. This is his totem.
I nod to myself. Take a step here. And I say, well, I'd offer you a shade, but it seems we have plenty. Have a seat if you like.
Thank you. Vimsha, tell the others. Come. Just so your reference to Vimsha.
I'm not gonna remember how to say that.
Vimsha.
Is that the
The unicorn.
unicorn? Okay.
I am curious.
Well, here's the thing. Talking about the gold, I feel like Fred caught it, but maybe he didn't.
I did.
You did. He said it was gilded,
Yep.
Yeah.
so it's not gold.
Gold lined.
It's just gold plated at most.
Word.
Gold,
Ah.
gold sheeted. It's not solid gold.
These will scrape
Well.
that off there.
You guys
He will be.
see this myriad, a bunch of different animals at a game. Animals include a rhino, a saber-toothed tiger, a normal tiger, a lion, dire wolves, normal wolves, both black and brown bears.
Oh
I already
my.
said rhino. Bison, water buffalo, obviously the fucking unicorn, a giant scorpion.
The unicorn just fucking disappears.
Yeah, so... Oh, and a giant spider.
Owl bear.
Well, a number of them. There's a lot of them. It's a whole pack of these
Spider.
different animals. Giant
No.
spider, yeah.
I don't want this. No.
Yeah, so in order to help with the totem, the rhino just fucking just shoves it over with its horn. And then over time it gets pulled away off. And then he pulls out the chain, breaks a link of it. He's got drip for a second. He just looks really cool holding this long ass big chain. But you see the interior of it is some sort of like metal or steel rather. But it's not even steel, it's more like just iron. But yeah, eventually the totem is disassembled, so to speak. And again, I'm not gonna flood the field with like 30-some animals of different types, so just assume that they're occupying the northern part of the entire town. He sees Hebe in the fire. And Hebe looks a bit different than their normal semi-humanoid floaty appearance. Hebe is a bit more elongated now and more quadrupedal. Their head, which is normally like a little wisp, this little ball with flame flickering off of it, is now no longer a spherical shape, it's more pointed, with like a snout. It looks more woven. Ah. He looks like a sigh. Ah. What is it? I know your tribe. You know my tribe. Yes, I know many tribes. That is weird you're so far. It wasn't my choice. Ah. Everything is a choice. Even if it's a bad choice, it's our choice. Don't worry. Well, welcome to East. Thanks. So, you ask why I am out here. Why are you all out here?
I believe the general purpose is to ensure peace.
Ah, peace. Peace is good. Peace is good. It's hard though. Getting peace. Keeping peace. Is very hard. Is one of your sovereign god, no? The Great Bearer. Burdenverer Aurelius. Yes, that one. I like that god. He's good god.
Oriana's just like nodding, like, yeah.
Bolus just gets all up in here.
So, by the way,
you're from a druid circle, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I am, and you are. Oh, I'm Tolis. Nice to meet you. Henrik.
they move extremely quickly when they want to.
It is almost terrifying.
Henrik is like this girl got instant transmission. What is this?
She just appears behind Anushka somehow. It's like, how the fuck?
Yeah. She just get like jumping out for chair. Like, what the?
He has
I just want to ask about the facets of your faith. Kasai immediately interjects. Tolis. The man is a traveler. He is tired. Let him have rest. Ask him in the morning. Alright. It's like telling a kid they can't have candy. Instant transmission back.
If you want something to say to your curiosity, we could talk to Zal about his, what was it called, Vision Quest?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just gives him
Don't try
the
to pull
blankest
that.
stare.
What the fuck you mean you don't know what? You talked about... No, I don't know what you're talking about. That's
You're a
crazy.
terrible liar.
I'm not lying.
I don't want to inside check it, but a part of me needs to inside check it. No, I'm not going to. You literally said...
I don't remember.
Mm.
I don't remember. When's dinner?
You get dinner when you tell us the truth.
Exactly.
What is this,
And when
boarding
you
school?
get it.
Yes, it suddenly is.
Save that stuff for the kids at the cradle, not me. That's fine. I have my own dinner right here. You pulled out a bottle of alcohol.
Oh gods, we should not let him do that.
Hey, share. Share. He looked at how many of you there are, and then all the animals. You're fucking kidding me. No, fuck off. No, share with me. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Much more reasonable.
It is absolutely impossible getting anyone to talk about anything here.
Well, why don't you talk about yourself, yes?
What? Yeah, why don't you start? Huh?
Yes. Yeah, come on. Tell us your deepest, darkest, hidden truth, yes?
Honestly, my life is very drab and
Boink.
boring, so there's not much to really talk about there.
Insight.
You are mad, fighting, jumping person. How is that boring?
Fighting? You mean a monk? Just
Whatever. Just, I got excited, was not. You explain.
As part of a militaristic training, I was more capable of hand-to-hand combats as well as some martial practice. There. See, it's
And?
insight. And give me some leading questions in this case. I'm not a terribly sociable type most of the time.
You're born.
Thank the gods for guidance.
I would also have guidance, but I'm not gonna add on to it because this is probably more interesting.
Where would you get guidance from?
Ah shit, he's like over there.
Yeah, who you gonna get guidance from?
Who's Lambert gonna get guidance from?
Lambert's a cleric!
He is radiating guidance! Literally everyone.
Then
just like
Oriana
that.
would get guidance as well.
Not if he doesn't give it.
Also, I think the rule is like 10 feet, and like Oriana's, I don't know, a little bit further. Also, I don't care, it's more interesting if she fails it. Also, Oriana is asking like leading questions, like the specifics.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was a noise.
Scared the hell out of me. That depends. If we ask you questions, are you going to tell the truth?
I'm not a capable liar, so let's say yes.
That is the only clear concerning how you just did it. Sorry, I get to smirk.
So it's just starts laughing.
You know, there's a better way of bringing up that, Lambert. What is the point of beating around the bush? You know, that's a good point. Yeah, so, why are you lying?
Why aren't you telling us anything? Because people enjoy their
Because
Yeah,
you're
but-
alive.
You haven't asked me any questions.
But we have to ask you several questions and you just don't answer them.
I told you, once I'm in, I'll tell you stuff. And I'm in, you guys just haven't asked me anything ever since.
God, I hate that that's a valid argument in this case.
That meme, Fred.
Gold, my golden platinum.
What's your platinum goal? How did? Is
This
that
like a
like
turducken of money.
defacing currency if you make it inferior to what its actual? Whatever. There's a whole minting question of that one.
This is just a turducken of money. Get some electrum in there.
Tell you what. Since you and I are the only ones really willing to talk, you ask me a question, I ask you a question. And we have the divine arbitrator over there. She points at Lambert with her dagger. Determining if either of us are lying. Sound fair?
If you also add the clause of not dancing around questions. You could tell the truth and still omit the
Well, why would I agree to that when I'm the only one that's going to do it?
to make it a balanced playing field.
Now, why would I want a fair fight?
Because you want to have a conversation in the first place in this case.
I can just have this deal with someone else.
But aren't you
Would
interested?
anyone else accept?
Also that.
I'll wear you down.
How's this, Amber?
Yeah.
I will trade you both of my reasons for being here, and I'll even throw in a little story that I think might interest you.
Ooh. And what do you want out of it?
They can ask the question.
One question.
Per
Is that what
person.
the deal's for?
Sure,
One.
one per person.
Oh, well, that's different. Fine. Got me hooked. Zal, hand me the bottle. Yeah. He takes a swig. Ah! What is this? You know, I don't really know. I just sort of woke up with it. This better not be... No, it's not piss. Okay. It's good, right? It's really good. Take a swig. So, you first, Sajar. Let's hear it.
Well, my reason for being here is twofold. The secondary, but sort of more relevant one, aligns with yours, I believe. I am very keen on discovering Mr. Jack's vault. I look over to Oriana and Anushka. And before you make the obvious comment, no, I am not driven by greed in this. Yes, I seek wealth, and yes, I'm arrogant, but I'm entitled to my arrogance by virtue of my resplendent nature.
Just holds up her hands, just like, what?
I mean,
How did you even respond to that?
it's like,
I didn't think that's how you're gonna word it.
Yeah.
to be fair, you've done nothing but prove that, so believable.
When you not touch medical chains that possibly blow you up, then I believe. But go for it.
I have not touched a blowing, exploding chain once in my life.
Yet.
That's so specific.
Keyword.
It might happen.
Give it a week.
Oh, yeah, give it a week. We'll never know. Chain of
But more to the
grenades.
point-
It's Christmas.
But more to the point, Amber, I'm not asking you to reveal your hand. I acknowledge that you hold far more cards than I do in this. But I will request that I be there when the time comes for you to play your hand. Now, the story. It is a story of love and of betrayal. It begins with my ancestor, Merar. She was a woman with a great love of art, and she was blessed with a sculpted hand. In the family, it has been said that her talent was so great that her art became part of the celestial horde, and that her love of art was only surpassed by her love of beauty. The story goes that one day she came upon an oasis after a long day's travel sands. She traveled alone, which you should never, under any circumstance, do out there. So you know for future reference. But the oasis, as I said, was far remote. She didn't think there would be anyone there. However, when where there is water, there is always life. So when she sat down in the shade of a great tree, she saw a man break the surface of the water. Even though his most defining feature was his lack of outstanding features, Mirage found herself drawn to this man. And the reason, you see, as far as she's told us, is that he moved with such grace that she could see art in his every move, in the movement of his body. One thing led to another, and both of them quickly formed a friendship that over time grew into love.
Okay.
And as these things go, they traveled together, just the two of them, traveling far and wide. Adventure is who my family has always been, as you asked earlier, Tolis.
Well, let's make a record.
Eventually, however, others joined the ranks. Not too much like us right here, right now. Scattered people from all across. My grandfather told the story to me when he was still alive, and the way he told this, they were first joined by a dwarf, a tough as nail piece of work that they bested in a duel. They would after that they found a persuasive halfling to join them because he had an opportunity to present to them a heist, I believe. Then, with the aid of a sly old gnome, they formulated a plan that was not complete until they were joined later by an impeccably dressed ensemble, gathered and plans made. They went about stealing a set of charts. Now, these were no mundane charts, no sailor's map or captain's journal. But because of this, none of them had the means with which to read them, to essentially find out where they lead. My ancestor Mirage, she, on the other hand, did have something that could do. And this ties into why I am here, what I am looking for. It is a gemstone, a perfectly spherical sapphire. It is called the Iridescent Nocturnal, the Eye of Shimandra. Using this eye, the group set out after finding the bearing in pursuit of whatever secrets held by the charts. I don't know, and the family doesn't really know what happened or what tore the group apart, but one day, the man and the band of thieves were simply gone. She refused to say what had happened. She did not want to share that with us, but she did say that we could not understand, even if she did explain, even if she did tell us the whole story, because we had not seen Tai Perotea. That, and that she would have given him the eye if he'd only asked her for it. In the end, I don't think she ever forgave him. Not necessarily because he took the eye, but because he had to steal her love in order to get it. So, my stake in this, my reason for uncovering this vault, is I want to know if he truly loved her, and if he did, returns him closer to the Horde. As for my second reason, I'm also looking for. There you have it. You hear that, Jerry Khan? I don't think we've told this story to anyone outside the family in a couple of generations.
You don't need to justify yourself to Jerry Kane, Saja. He already knows. That's sort of part of him.
Just nod at that.
Yeah, maybe if we're lucky, he'll grace our presence tonight.
Now that would be something.
Although, he looks at Henrik. Never mind. No, I am not Jarek Kane. Sorry.
Insight. No.
Roll a bitch to do it. You won't. Do it, you won't.
Okay, sure. Okay. I don't have this. And I don't have this. And then insight and surprisingly
No, he's not.
good roll.
He's not the god of travelers in disguise. Sorry.
Who would have thunk?
Oh, unfortunate. I'm so sure.
Damn. Anyway.
Shit.
Moving
Well,
on.
that's a story of it I haven't heard before. Yeah, you're right. I know as she leans back against the ruined wall. That is something that caught my attention. I don't really know how to feel about that. He got the 5. But there's no way that was actually, no. No, it's probably a follow-up. Well, thank you for sharing.
There is one more detail, something I am a little bit reluctant to share, but I think it might be necessary. The eye. The
Yeah.
nocturnal
Yeah.
was part of the Celestial Horde.
So what? They came together with it, and what did it do?
A nocturnal is a type of navigator's tool. You compare it with the stars in the sky to set a time and a bearing so that you can navigate. Reed said sharp.
Marika nods with that. A skilled sailor has to learn that, or they get thrown overboard for incompetency.
I see I'm making a reference to something that might not be widely known. Do you know what a Scale Oath Warden is?
No. I'm assuming she looks at you and the shit you did last fight. I'm assuming you're one, though.
Yes, my entire family.
Polis writes down notes. Familial occupation.
To my knowledge, the eye is the only thing to ever have been stolen from the
family?
Celestial Horde. Yes, the family, as it were.